Good evening. Welcome to the first official draft of Payton Podcast. It's going to be the first full-length episode. My goal is that right now I'm driving home from work. It's about a 15-minute drive. My goal is to be able to talk for the entire time. Sorry, I'm trying to back up here. Already a bad start. But it is my goal to talk for the entire time until I get home. And this is going to be a good test of my endurance. And to be honest with you, I had topics that I wanted to talk about, but tonight took a very weird turn at my work. So, right after I was practicing these, I was relieved from the gate at the Broadmoor where basically I just watched traffic, waved to people, and supposedly that's supposed to train me to be a cop. But anyway, so I got relieved to use the restroom, and while I'm in the restroom, I get a code blue, which is a medical emergency. And usually it's just someone fainted. They're going to be fine. We just need to check up on them, make sure everything's okay, but not this time, of course. About a minute after I get the code blue, one of my supervisor gets on the, I'm going to hear a beeping here. Yeah. Hold on. All tangled up in my seatbelt here. There we go. So right after I get the code blue, I hear my supervisor on the radio saying he needs an AED, which is, the electrical pads that's supposed to put a charge to your heart and hopefully get it going again. So it's real, and everyone has to respond to it, and so I clean up out of the restroom, and I start running over because I'm across property, and I get another call over the radio saying the AED that they have is not working. So I grab the one from my building and I start hauling ass over, and by the time I get there, EMT is already there, fire department's already there. So needless to say, everyone responded very quickly, which was a positive thing. And the information on the guy has been cleared to be spoken about. Guy's 71 years old, anywhere between 300 and 400 pounds. Not from Colorado, from lower altitude, so that was an issue. Obviously with his weight, that's a big issue. He was diabetic, was prone to heart failure. He had been drinking, apparently, which his wife, who was not over 300 pounds, kept telling this other man that they were with, he shouldn't have been drinking tonight. I wish he didn't drink tonight. But she kept saying it quietly, and she wouldn't tell the EMTs that, so I'm a little bit frustrated with that. But, it's whatever, not my family. So, I don't know, it was kind of tough, seeing my supervisors who are ex-police officers and, ex-SWAT team and ex-military. I mean, they responded terrifically, but, it just kind of hit them. It's one of those things where you want to do everything you can to help someone, but when it's too late, it's too late. So, it was kind of tough seeing the family have to start calling other family members from wherever they're from and, let them know that grandpa and dad and brother and, friend, has passed away. And I don't know, it was a tough one. But, because I do want to be a police officer, that's almost something I have to get used to, which, I don't know. Hopefully it'll come easier as I unfortunately experience more things like this over time, But yeah, it was a crazy ending to the day. And one of the restaurants that we have, there was a bar fight right after, this death. So we're definitely running all over the place. And the guy, one of the guys in the fight was just drunk out of his mind, decided, fuck this, I'm out, got in his car that had no license plates on the front or back, and started driving on the wrong side of the road. And so we did what we could. We called, law enforcement, and law enforcement said they were too busy at the moment. There's no knock on them. I'm sure, they have good reasons, but to us, it wasn't too helpful. But what's crazy about that is that, I don't know, the rest of the day was so slow before. I was sitting at a gate, got a car every 10 minutes, just hung out, worked on this, sent some terrible drafts to only a few of you. And about 10 of you are going to get this draft of it. So I appreciate those of you who are just going to skim through it. And it's supposed to be about a 15-minute long podcast. Hopefully if I get home soon enough, maybe cut it down to 10, which means we're about halfway through. And I bet 5 minutes after getting this, at least 4 of you are going to message me something about it, meaning you didn't listen to all of it. So I appreciate those of you who are actually giving me a shot on this. It means a lot. It's not a lifelong dream or anything like that, but it's something I'm interested in. And I haven't told everyone this, but a few of you know that I've been interested in maybe trying stand-up once. And again, maybe if I get good at talking to myself, I can get good at talking in front of people, which I guess I'm doing with you guys. I broke it down to about 5 guys and 5 girls. Just trying to get a good mixed group here. Just kind of see. But yeah, it's something that I'm interested in, and who knows what could happen with it. Yeah, I'm excited for it. Something great can come after it. Maybe. Not likely, but maybe. But yeah, what I was saying in some of my other ones that some of you heard, half of you heard. It's just a different type of people you get, especially at a hotel or working any type of customer service where you have to deal with guests or customers, man. It's crazy, especially when they're out of state. Just the amount of fascination people are with deer. It's just mind-blowing. I mean, what's so great about them? All they're doing is eating grass. They don't really do much else. Is there nothing else in your state that eats grass? Are they really that special? They're like nature's unsocial dog. They're cute, but you can't touch them. You get within 10 feet of them, they're mostly going to run away. What? Why are we getting pictures of them? God damn, they're not even that great. Am I just immune to it? Is that what it is? The other thing that really bugs me about guests is when they answer questions you don't ask them, like they're trying to be ahead of you, and they just start telling you information you don't need to know. It's just so stupid, especially when you're trying to get going with something else, especially when I'm trying to get interested in this. I'm trying to get on a momentum. I mean, really? You're going to pay me to wave at someone, and then somehow this is going to look better on my resume to become a cop? Is that really what this is? I guess good thing they're paying me minimum wage. It'd be stupid if they were paying me anything else. Well, they should be paying me more if I'm having to deal with people dying in bar fights. Oh, gosh. It's just a real funny, I don't know. It's a funny job. It's one of those jobs where you're really hoping for a slow day, opposed to working at a restaurant when you're hoping for a really busy day to get as much money as you can. I don't know. It's so stupid. I guess to talk about anything else but work. If some of you saw on Instagram or Facebook, cut down a hockey stick for Chloe. God forbid I need that stick again. It's my only backup stick. I've broken 3 over the past year, so I don't think I can afford to be upset with hockey anymore. My beer league, career's taken off. So until I get that sponsorship money, I don't think I can really be upset with my once-a-week hockey. But yeah, it's really cool. She's finally taking interest in something, that I'm interested in. And it's something that we can play together that we're both excited about. I've gotten her into video games, which she's cool with. She got me into Barbie, which, believe it or not, if you watch that Barbie cartoon that they have, it's not half bad. They actually have some, some pretty good shows, or pretty good episodes. going on there. So I don't know. That's pretty interesting to me. But yeah, speaking of kids TV shows and movies, kind of, is coming out with all these new live action shows. How crazy is that? But you can almost tell that it's not for children. Like, worst case, it's like PG, if we're pushing it, PG-13. Like, I don't know. I don't know if my daughter's ready to see Simba look real crying over Mufasa. Or, with a new Dumbo movie, they don't necessarily treat the animals well. I don't think my 5-year-old needs to see that. That, and there's like a big fight, I guess, a fist fight in Dumbo, which is fine. But again, I don't think I need my little girl seeing that. Yeah, it's just crazy. These movies that were for our childhood are not children's movies anymore. It was definitely meant for us. Other stuff going on, though. The Nuggets did get blown out the other night by Golden State, but they turned around and beat the brakes off of the Spurs. So they're going to be a high seed in the playoffs, and that's something I'm interested in going to. The Avalanche are 1 point away from making the playoffs, too. So I'm interested in seeing that. But I don't even know why I'm going to bother seeing the Nuggets play. I mean, worst case scenario, they lose in the first round. Best case scenario, they get taken out by Golden State again in the third round. So I don't even know if I want to spend money on a playoff game where I know the outcome of the entire playoffs. The Avalanche, on the other hand, though, they're going to be a lower seed, but I don't know, man. The hockey playoffs are a little bit different. You can definitely tell there's, more competitiveness, where instead of in the NBA, every year you kind of know who it's going to be at the end, especially with LeBron out. Gosh, that's good for him, though. I think it's going to be good. He's been going at this, man, for 8 straight years in the final, is it? Yeah, he definitely needs a break. He's going to come back a monster. But as I've said in my rough drafts, I don't really know much else about anything else besides sports or video games. But I think this is really going to help me get out of the house more. I'm going to have to at this point. I need things to talk about, or this is not going to last too long. And yeah, no, this is going to suck. And it probably already does suck. And it will continue to suck until I get home, which is like another 2 minutes, hopefully. But yeah, I mean, this is practice. It's only going out to 10 of you, and I do appreciate your guys' feedback on it. I don't know. I'm starting to run out of topics, so I'm going to start speeding. Let's see. What else is going on out there? Oh, the Flat Earth conspiracy has come back. I mean, are they just trolling us now at this point? I think it's what Kyrie Irving started. I mean, what evidence could there be? I heard something says in the Bible, that God laid the earth below us like a rug. I mean, it has to be a flat rug. It can't be a balled up rug, A lot of conspiracies are going on right now. Yeah, no, I'm fucking running out of ideas here. See if I can blow through this in a minute. Almost home. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to say I'm home. It's not like you really know the difference. So, hey, again, I appreciate you listening to this rough draft. Hey, 14 minutes and 20 seconds. That's not terrible, especially for a first time, And this is hopefully going to get better. I'm going to get more comfortable talking. I'm going to take better notes on what to talk about. Again, thank you for your time. Hopefully you actually listened to it, and I really appreciate your feedback. Have a good night.